October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. To mark that, the city has made Illuminate Irving a tradition. The moving ceremony involves people gathering along the Mandalay Canal and watching the release of lanterns that were decorated with messages of encouragement for survivors and tributes to victims. This year, the ongoing pandemic is leading to some changes in this observance. Here to talk more about this is Irving Police Department Victim Services Supervisor Heather Koval. Heather, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we showed a little bit of what Illuminate Irving looked like in past years. How will it be different this year?
Well, this year we really wanted to continue with our tradition of hosting Illuminate Irving, and yet we wanted to make it safe for all the participants. And so we are making individualized kits for people to pick up at our center, and they can decorate their lantern at their home with their family in honor of a victim or a survivor of domestic violence. And then they'll be able to release that lantern at their home, in their bathtub, in their swimming pool, or another body of water. And we're hoping that they'll take pictures and video of that release and upload it into our website, which we've got all the instructions in the kit. And at the end of October, we will culminate all of those videos and pictures that have been sent in for a domestic violence awareness video that'll be featured on our social media sites.
And I know that it was important for you to go forward with this event. What impact do you think Illuminate Irving has had over the years?
Well, I think it's really been a positive experience. We've had many people who come back year after year and have commented on how meaningful the ceremony is, how much it means to their family that they plan for it each year. We have individuals reaching out to find out when it's going to be the next year, and so we really see that happening. And in addition, we see families coming together and participating in the event together each year and really talking about what a great experience it is for them as a family.
You were on this program a few months back just as the pandemic was getting underway, and you voiced concerns about an uptick in cases as people spend more time at home. Are you seeing that?
Well, we certainly know that the conditions are right for there to be an increase in domestic violence. Reporting is hard to know if incidents are actually increasing or decreasing because about 60% of domestic violence incidents don't get reported to law enforcement. And, you know, the resources that are available for victims, a lot of victims, if they leave, they might seek shelter and they don't feel comfortable going to shelter right now because of the pandemic. So they may not reach out to some of those services. So it's hard to know right now exactly what the numbers look like, but what we do know is that the conditions are such that there's elevated stress in the family. The children are at home. There's a lot of stress with that. There's financial issues going on, work issues, and all of those things culminated together. When you're in a relationship that one individual may have power and control over another individual, it can escalate the physical violence, the verbal violence, all of those kinds of things.
And that gets back to the need to raise awareness at events such as Illuminate Irving. And your daughter participated last year as a speaker. I know you and your husband Sean are very proud. On the larger issue, as a mother and an expert, at what age should parents bring up this topic?
Well, you know, we start talking to our kids at a very young age. I've got a 2-year-old, and if you try to take his toy from him, he automatically becomes physical and he'll swat at you, right? And so teaching kids, even at that age, that becoming physically aggressive or hitting is not okay. So I think we start these conversations at a very young age and talking about how we interact with other people, how we talk to one another, what words we can use with each other. You know, if you have children at home with siblings, you've had a sibling say, "Mom, so-and-so called me this." And so, you know, we want to openly have those conversations with our kids about how does it make you feel when somebody calls you those names? Is that okay? Do you see mommy and daddy calling each other those names? So really educating them from that very young age that we treat one another with respect, with our words and with our bodies.
Yeah, and this event may be one way to get that discussion started. Heather Koval, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
And here is how you can make a lantern. Pick up a kit during business hours from September 28th through October 16th at the Carol Susap Family Advocacy Center. The kit will have instructions for how to upload your video to the police department.